Hey guys, my name is Scott. We've got 3 more for you. Let's get to it. The Lego Ninjago Movie stars Dave Franco, or at least his voice. Dave plays Lloyd, and Lloyd is the son of evil Lord Garmadon. And Lloyd is having to deal with the pressures of high school and being the son of an evil lord, but he's also part of a ninja team that helped protect the city from his father. A few inciting incidents happen, and Lloyd and his team have to go on a quest to search for the ultimate weapon that will bring down his father. I don't want to ruin the inciting incident because it's the only laugh I had in the entire movie, but the film is a quest to find a weapon to stop a bad guy. That's really vague, but I don't want to ruin anything. And oh boy, did I not like this movie. When I saw the original Lego Movie, it's such a surprising turn because they bought into the Lego ecosystem. Everything is taken very, very seriously with jokes and whatnot, but the characters that are portrayed are serious. It's so surprising that they went with this direction that when I saw this film, I thought, this is what I thought a Lego Movie might be originally. There are jokes, but for the most part, this movie, story-wise, is pretty standard and relatively unexciting. Now granted, I don't watch the TV show that this is based on, so I don't know these characters going in, neither can I compare or contrast how they are dealt with in either medium. But I found this movie to be an absolute slog to get through. There are moments of levity, but for the most part, I didn't find this movie as well done as the other 3 Lego movies. Both regular Lego movies and the Lego Batman movie are just written better than this one. And the voice acting is better, and everything about those movies is charming. This movie doesn't have any charm. It has one element that's charming, but it's not enough to withstand an entire movie. Frozen 2 stars the voice talents of Kristen Bell and Adele Dazeem. Oh, and Dina Menzel. Digression, I've seen that video of John Travolta probably 700,000 times, and it always makes me laugh.
Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
This is the sequel to the wildly successful Frozen. Rereading the plot thread right now, I don't know how to describe this movie to you. It's just so much. First movie's so easy. Sisters fall apart, one goes off into isolation, the other one wants to save the city. Like, this one, there's an enchanted forest. There's a spirit that's calling off to Elsa, and so they go on a journey of discovery to find out what the spirit wants from Elsa. Oh my god, it's just so much. It's a kid's movie. Anywho, there's something about elementals in there. I give the plot crap, it's a lot, but they can tell it better than I can, I guess. Walt Disney Animation Studios has another gorgeous film on their hands. It's beautifully animated. It's always a joy to look at throughout its entire running time. A lot of the character motivations don't make a lot of sense. There are a couple things that seem half-baked, but it's all fine. My biggest problem with Frozen 2 is the music. Robert Lopez is a genius, but he seems so desperate in this movie to make another Let It Go that it infects every song in the film. In the first Frozen, Do You Want to Build a Snowman is a very lighthearted, fun song that Anna sings. Olaf's song is very, very goofy. And the big anthemic song, Let It Go, is sung by Elsa. But every song in this film is anthemic to a fault, to the point that even Kristoff has like a big belty number to sing. And that song's really weird because it's done in kind of a 80s power pop style. It sounds like Chicago. Of the 4 main characters, Idina Menzel is the only actress that can belt out of the 4 of them. So she deserves these huge anthemic songs that are in this movie, but it doesn't fit the style of the voice of the other three actors, nor does it fit the motivation of the characters. Add to that there are more songs seemingly overall throughout this film, and they all have that belty, loud style, and they all just blend together. I know that Elsa's song is supposed to be the big number because it's Elsa, but is there anything about that song stylistically that sets it apart from all the other songs in the movie? Is that a minor gripe? I don't know. The movie's fine. I was entertained by it, but the more I think about it, the more I find faults with it. It's a shadow of the original. As we start to talk about the horror film, it starts to rain. Creep stars Mark Duplass and Patrick Bryce, who plays Aaron, a freelance photographer who is hired to follow this guy Joseph, played by Mark Duplass, around for the day. Joseph tells Aaron that, hey, I'm dying of a brain tumor and I want to make a video for my unborn son. Could you just follow me around, shoot my day as I go through the woods, hike a little bit, just follow me around. And from there, the day gets weirder and weirder for Aaron, as it also gets scarier and scarier. Mark Duplass is very good in this movie. His Joseph is a very off-putting, creepy character. He's unsettling in a way a lot of movie villains aren't. He is the boogeyman we've all thought existed, but we've never really met until now. In that he seems like he could exist in a dark part of the real world. And Duplass is great in this movie. Bryce he acts like he's in a horror movie for most of the movie, but he has to do that sort of stuff to keep the tension up. So one great and one solid performance at the center of this thing. What I wished while I was watching it was that I wish that it didn't go for such cheap scares. And it's not just, oh, what's that noise? Oh, it's just a cat. It's literally Joseph standing behind trees and rocks, jumping out and screaming. And of course, as an audience member, if you hear a loud noise, you are going to jump. But it seems like this film had such great performances at its center that it didn't need to do that. Because the character that is Joseph is enough to carry the tension of a film. I liked where the plot went in this film. It went to well-worn found footage beats, but it did it really well. And the central performance is great, so I liked it. I just wish it aimed higher. Alrighty now, let's rank these movies. This is gonna be weird because I found faults in all these films. So at the top, we're gonna put Frozen 2. I had an issue with its music, but for the most part, it's still a relatively entertaining film. Number 2, Creep. Great performances. Didn't think it shot high enough. And last, obviously, the Lego Ninjago Movie. I don't know what it wanted to be, and I found it to be a bit of a slog to get through. And that is it for this episode of 366 2020. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.